Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Hitman Freelancer where we have a new challenge to complete today. Can we complete an entire campaign without doing anything indoors? That is today's question as we embark upon what we'll probably call the Fresh Air Challenge. That sounds good. We're going to try and do everything outdoors today. We can go indoors, I feel, if we're just passing through. But we're not allowed to actually engage in any activities whilst we're there. So, New York is off the menu. That's an entirely indoor map, so we can't do that. Beyond that, there's a few maps I think are going to be difficult, which is Dubai, Berlin, and Chongqing, but I don't want to rule them out completely. Berlin could be very tricky because of the club, but maybe it's not impossible. So, let me have a think. Let's start with these three, shall we? Berlin, Scale, Santa Fortuna. And then, do we... I'm just thinking now, because I haven't given this a lot of thought before I press record. Do we do Berlin as a showdown so that we can lure people outside with their magical phones? Or do we just go for Berlin and hope that we don't get a target down in the club? Let's try Berlin, see how it goes. So don't blow your disguise, doors stay locked, hide target bots. Pacify baseball bat. Could be tricky, because if we have to throw a baseball bat into a building, then I suppose we're allowed to pick up items. Or are we? That's still against the rules, isn't it? Collateral firearms could be tricky. Do we have a piercing sniper rifle? We've got a good sniper rifle, but it's not a piercer. We've got the Lancer though. Maybe that'll do the job for us. Now, high target bodies could also be tricky if our target's not outdoors. So, yeah. Also, that doesn't work terribly well with the noisy sniper rifle, so maybe we don't want collateral firearms. Maybe we go for baseball bat, and we just hope that our target is outdoors or can be lured outdoors. If they can't, then we're probably going to have to give up on the pacify baseball bat. We'll see. We'll also see if we can't find a free coin out here somewhere in a bird's nest or similar, because that would come in handy. Excellent, there's one. Now let's hop in the chopper and get this challenge started. Okay, it's Easter event, so that makes me think there's a chance that a target will be outdoors, because they often are on the Easter event. That's promising. Let's have a look. They are in fact over here somewhere. Now, we're trespassing in here. So, let me see what we can do about that. If we can get that guy's outfit, then we're no longer trespassing, one would hope. Although, there's a couple of dudes about. Let's see. Can we lure that guy over with a coin? What? Yes. I'm not sure what the status of these outfits are in this section of this map. I mean, that guy's just an enforcer all day long by the look of it. Nice. Yeah, nice. Now, club crew. Okay, we're officially not trespassing here, that's good. And our target is also an enforcer. They are Agent Montgomery. I thought they looked familiar. What are you doing out here, you big sausage? Now, let's sneak after him. Don't think anyone's around watching us. Hope not, because I'm about to pull out my baseball bat and end his days. Good. That worked. Body found. Okay. However... Calling in. Yep, someone's calling in. Nothing to do with us, Gov. Piss. Who's shooting us? Was that one of the other agents? It might have been. So we haven't blown our disguise somehow. That guy doesn't appear to have dropped a gun. I forgot about high target bods, but that's fine. We will take 3 out of 4, I think. And we've done Berlin without doing anything indoors. Which is good going, I feel. I wasn't expecting to be able to do that, but the fact that it was Easter made life much easier. So that's a good start. We've even hung on to our baseball bat. Jolly good going. Kinda silly of me to forget about high target bodies like 2 minutes after I'd spawned into the level. But hey, this happens sometimes. I have a short memory. And now that's one of the hardest maps out of the way. What we got? Sniper kill epic, we can do that. But where do we do that? Santa Fortuna isn't the worst map for a showdown. Unless something goes wrong, and then they run away from you on the other side of the map. Scale has 2 targets. Do not pacify. No firearms. Eesh. That goes against most of our challenges, I believe. Let's see. Goes against everything except time trial. But then time trial, with the outdoors only stipulation, seems tricky. But then there's no firearms over there either. Suit only, take no damage, no firearms. Let's do Santa Fortuna then. And let's take time trial. So, I think we'll bring along our firearms just to be on the safe side. Do we have any lethal poisons in there? We don't have any lethal syringes about our person. So let's bob back upstairs and just see if we can make a lethal syringe before we begin. Lovely. Got some lethal pills so we can turn that into a syringe. Maybe whilst we're up here we also make a remote explosive, because we don't have to be subtle. We just have to not use firearms. So let's grab everything we need and make ourselves a bit of a boom. We don't need car batteries. What are you doing, 47? You silly sausage. There we go. A nice modern lethal syringe. So we've got our syringe. We've got our explosive. Let's go to Colombia. Time trials. And we're looking outdoors. We're looking in the jungle. It's a John Doe. So that makes me think this is Embrace of the Serpent. And we are going to have guards hanging around down there trying to cause us some bother. Which on suit only makes things a little challenging. Let's see. Yeah, we've got mansion guards over there. So it is, I believe, the challenge that I suspected it was. Now we can scuttle over here for sure. We've got our makeshift explosive, but we might also need a wrench because that guy's going to come over and look at us. Well, he's not going to look at us as such. Oh, piss. Someone's noticed us already. Who noticed that? Was it you guys up there? Okay. Where is John Doe exactly? He's roaming about over there now. Okay. Now, John, you are coming over here. Good. Can we throw our explosive in your general direction? Yeah, we can. Good. None to do with us, Governor. Time trial done, and assuming we don't do anything very stupid, that's everything else cleared as well. Now, where was our supplier? They were also near the plane crash. That's fine.
Hey, handsome.
Hey, you. So, yeah, we should probably look at a supplier on the next map, because we haven't been to one on the last 2 maps now. I'm going to say that we can look at suppliers indoors. We can buy things. That's a reasonable expectation, I feel. But that's a perfect run. So just like that, we are at our first showdown. Now, another rubber ducky, I think. But it's a concussion one. We don't need that where we're going. We might still need that lethal syringe though. Although our target is dehydrated, so maybe we can also get them with lethal pills. Do we go out and find another mushroom? Make ourselves some budget lethal pills? I don't think it's really necessary at this point because we've mostly filled out the freelancer suitcase once again. But at the same time, I'm doing it anyway right now, so deal with it. And there's our mushroom, so lethal pills are on the menu. Unless, of course, our target drinks indoors, in which case they are off the menu. Now, we had no firearms as a challenge, didn't we? That's fine. We can live with that. Possibly. We'll have to see. Because what are our prestige options? Open safe, silent assassin, hide and seek. Wow. No firearms, don't pacify, only use one disguise. So if our target drinks outdoors, and we can get a palace staff outfit somehow, outdoors, then silent assassin would be doable. But if our target's indoors, it looks as though there is no safe on this map. So timed hide and seek might be the best bet. Just to be on the safe side. And they're a dehydrated smoker with a hat, brown hair, earrings, glasses. So hat and glasses is what we're really looking for. I think we've got everything we need. Don't pacify. Although, again, there's nothing stopping us just exploding our target into little bits. So I'm going to go ahead and make another makeshift explosive and bring that along. I feel like I've been underestimating the throwable explosives, or underutilizing them, I should say. A lot of people swear by the rubber duckies. But hey-ho, we're getting use out of them now. They can be thrown into places we can't go, namely indoors. And now let's take the hit van all the way to scale. Okay, we are on the roof. That's not so bad. All told. It's outdoors. We like outdoors. As previously discussed. We can hide indoors, I feel. We're still working out the rules of this challenge as we go. But yeah, we can certainly hide indoors, because otherwise hide and seek is often going to be boned. But we're going to try and limit the amount of time we spend indoors as much as humanly possible. Now, is that door still closed? No. But luckily, the guard inside appears not to give a toss that his friend has just been bonked. Oh, piss, do not pacify. I forgot that in world record time. I should have thrown a grape knife or something at his head. Which is to say I should have bought a grape knife and thrown it. Oh well. He's dead now. That's the main thing. Now, we'll drop the assault rifle. Let's see if I can remember the other challenges, shall we? So, I thought there was a crate in there. There it is. Now, where exactly are our targets? Let's get back outdoors. We need that fresh air. So we've got a couple in the VIP lounge area. And we've got a couple that are in the lower courtyard. How do we get there without spending too much time under one of those horrible roofs? I feel like we've got no choice but to go indoors, unless we come up here. And then from up here, we allow our guard friend to come back. I should have just come this way and taken out this guy. But then again, to get his outfit, I couldn't push him off the cliff like that. So, yeah. But now there's that pipe there. This allows us to stay outdoors as much as possible. Good. Now, target. Who are you? You look like you're not wearing a hat, so get off my list. You are wearing a hat. And glasses. Looks like you got a tattoo though. And I don't see earrings. So it ain't you either. Let's just double check that if we can. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's earrings there. Now, we're going to need another box to hide in as we work our way to the other targets. So, let's see. There's a box in here, right? Somewhere, right? Yeah, it's in the corner there. Good. Don't mind me, friends. I'm just passing through and trying to get back outside as quickly as possible. So, can we take out the cameras without going indoors? Can we climb back down to ground level from up here? I'll be able to sidle round that building. I'll go into it if I must. But part of the point of this challenge is discovering how to get around the map in interesting new ways. And yeah, we can side around here. I think on alerted, those grates are put up and they are blocking the way. But no, we're round. All is well. And that means we can actually take out the cameras on this map too. Let's see. Bonk. Everyone's a bit sus, but that's fine. And now, this whole courtyard area is... Oh, big. I've already forgotten about no firearms as well. God damn it. Well, now that I've broken no firearms, at least we're free to use as many more as we wish. So, this bit's technically under a roof, but there's fresh air wafting through, so that's fine. And now we're back under the skies once more. That target is having a drink, so they could be the one. Our final target has buggered off upstairs somewhere. It looks like they're wearing a hat and they've got brown hair. So, what are you up to now, friend? Are you reading a book? It looks like you're reading a book. Yeah, you are. Get off my list. So, unless I've botched something, we're looking at the target that went upstairs. Are they going to come back down? It depends on where their drink is. There's also a box over here that we can hide in, I believe. Again, kind of under a roof, but it's not in a building. I'm not sure how to deal with things like this when it comes to... Would this be classed as indoors or out? It's got fresh air blowing through it. I didn't have to go through a door to get into it, so I don't think this would class as indoors. I'm not sure. I've already decided that the cave in Sapienza counts as outdoors, but the buildings within said cave are most definitely indoors and not to be used. We will see how things shake out though. Now, you there. Target. What are you doing? You having a smoke, eh? Earrings, hat, brown hair, glasses, smoking. The only thing we haven't seen her do is take a drink. Now, that's that enforcer that just roams about the entire map and is a general pain in the butt to everyone. And here comes our target. Where are you going, friend? Are you drinking up here somewhere? I hope so. But we'll let that enforcer go past. Okay, she's going over there somewhere. Just looking around by the look of it. Not yet supping on anything. Where is she? Nope, she's just looking at stuff. Very well. And now where's she off?
Your Highness.
Please have a drink somewhere.
We were just discussing your stage stunt. Seems rather
Aha.
pagan, if you ask me.
So, she's having a drink.
Society is not going mystical. I practice,
Is there a box around here?
Your Highness. Humans like rituals. It's just how our brains. You donating this year?
Yeah, there is. Good. So that's hide and seek sorted. Again. And now she's going to go and do something else.
It depends on how you deal with it.
Oh, she's having a smoke right next to that lamp. So it's going to be suspicious poisoning her drink. So we don't want to do it while she's too close to it. Otherwise, she might get spookened. And we don't want that. But now she is well away from it. There's a Washington. So, poison with a lethal vial. Everyone's like, oi! But that's fine, because I'm running down the stairs. You ain't seen nothing, Governor. Have they already given up the chase? They were literally like, oi! Oh no, one of them might be still following. Yeah, that woman definitely saw that. But she's kind of given up. Yeah, she ran a few feet and then she was like, I'm tired now. Where is our supplier? Okay, they're downstairs, so that's cool. Maybe we'll go and find them. Again, we might have to head into the hated indoors to do some purchasing, but we do need to spend some of this cash. Can't believe I botched no firearms. There was probably no need to either. I didn't need to turn off the security cams. I was just so happy that I could turn them off without going indoors
You want to holster that?
that I just went for it.
Hi.
Hi.
Anything?
Yes.
Sure, I've got it. At a price.
I'm sure you have at a price. What have you got at a price? Ooh, all sorts of posh stuff. Now, generally the goal is to buy cheap stuff, because you might get the more expensive stuff as rewards. But at the same time, it's nice to have a second seeker handy. So let's buy those.
Take care now.
And then
Don't be a
let's
stranger.
whip out some guns. And now we could, I guess, also buy a sniper rifle. No, because
Come back.
that's a
if you need
two-handed
more.
gun, so we can't carry it all out of the level. And we can't go out that window now because we've got big guns all over the place. So let's just shuffle outdoors, get past this lookout, and let's see, we might need another crate because our target is taking their time getting back to their beverage. Oh, there we go. As soon as we got in the crate, target eliminated. Jolly good. So now we just need to make our escape. And if we can do that without going under any more roofs, that would be good. Nice little speedboat waiting to take us across the open sea. You don't get much more fresh air than that. I don't mind scale for showdowns. I don't mind scale in general. I think I like it more than most people do. But maybe that's because I just spent ages playing Hitman 2. Hard to say. Either way, victory is ours. Things are going to start getting tastier though as we get more targets per mission. Oh, a classic baller. How ordinary. And what have we got? Emetic pills or impact explosive? That sounds fun. Now, where's our second batch of missions going to take us? Right, so if we don't want to repeat maps and we don't want to do New York, we've got a choice of two. They've both got Dubai, which is going to be difficult. But then Bangkok, Haven, Marrakesh. Bangkok could be tricky. Haven, Marrakesh should be easy. And we've got Marrakesh, Mendoza, Sapienza. So because Bangkok could be tricky, I think we go for assassination. Bangkok, Dubai, Haven, Marrakesh. The only saving grace Bangkok has got is that a lot of the targets tend to just lurk outside the front door. And of course Bangkok is alerted as well. Why wouldn't it be? So I guess we're starting there. Silent sniper, we can do that. Eliminate guards, we can do that. Poison target though. We'd have to seeker them and then either shoot them on their way to the toilet or wait for them to come back out. And then headshot kill legendary. Ties in nicely with our sniper accidents. Accidents? Yeah, we'll say it was an accident. He just slipped and fell and his head exploded all over the pavement. So we're going to want our seeker. I mean, maybe we can get away with poisoning a beverage of some sort. So we could potentially bring some pills. But odds are good that we're going to use the Seeker, so let's not bother with that. Yeah, I feel we've got everything we need. Although lockpicks aren't as useful on this challenge as they would normally be. Because we don't really want to go in anywhere. So I think we're travelling light. All we really need is the sniper rifle and everything else is just for insurance. Speaking of which, we should probably bring a pistol. Does tend to help sometimes. And away we go. Ugh, we're indoors. Ugh. Where's our target? Are they indoors? Are they hovering around reception? Ah, it's Mrs. Mukjai. No, she shouldn't be too bad. But first we'll have to get out of this filthy indoors place that we're in. And we'll go out through the doors because it is useful if we want to hold on to our briefcase. So it's the source. The old patient zero map. Now this bit is indoors enough that I'm going to call it indoors. The doors are stuck wide open and there's lots of fresh air getting in. But no, that's too indoors for my liking. Now, she's already buggered off out of her office. If we can get rid of you, then we might have safe passage hanging around back there somewhere. But let's see, who else is around in this little backstage bit? Backstage? You know what I mean. Now, there is resort stuff over there. He's chatting to someone. But if we could grab his outfit, that would be grand. Or if we could grab that waiter's outfit, that would be grand. But if we could get rid of everyone back there, that would be nice. So, is he coming in? Yeah, he is. Yep, you fall down. We'll put you in a box. And then do we take his clothes right away? Or do we try and deal with these folks who are around here? Maybe we put his clothes on for now anyway, just cause. And now we can have a look around at the very least. So that woman is going to come back at some point. Yeah, that waitress is going to come back around. Is the other resort... Well, are the two resort staff also going to come back around? Because if we could clear this place out totally, then the next time she comes back to her office, we could pop her with a Seeker, and then whip out the sniper rifle and pop her with that as well. So yeah, you're definitely coming back around, because it's what you do. Now... maybe we just take you out while we can and drag you a bit further on. Hopefully no one worries about my briefcase whilst I'm doing this. We do also need to be thinking about our sniper rifle guard kills at some point, but I think that's less important right now than waiting for our target to return from her travels. Although she might be a while. She does have quite the route. We've also got a safe that we could crack. Are we allowed to rob safes that are indoors? I guess if we're not, then we're just not going to get any safes, so...
I'm getting drunk the second my shift's over.
Maybe if all we have to do is pop in there and open it, we will also allow ourselves to rob safes, as well as speak to suppliers. Neither of those are related to taking out our targets, so I think they're fair game. Right, this safe always has pain in the butt. Camera things to find, tablets and whatnot. Is the last one going to be indoors? Maybe we'll come back for it. We'll pop back over and see if our target is returning to where we want her to be. This waiter outfit does seem to be pretty handy though on the source. There's not many enforcers out here, there's just that one over there. But everyone else around here does seem pretty chill. So we like that. Yeah. It's going to be a pain again, isn't it, that last scannable? Might be indoors, and we're just not seeing it because we're not venturing in there. Ah, here she comes. Good. So, if we can take her out... Well, if we can hit her with a Seeker... But yeah, it looks as though nobody else is around here right now. So, let's get our Seeker ready. Good. And then sniper rifle. Yep.
What's going on?
There we go. We got it. And that's most of our objectives complete. Still need to take down 3 guards though. But hey ho. Oh, there's an outdoor fire extinguisher. I wasn't expecting that. I was going to say if we can't find that 3rd scannable for the safe, we could blow it up, but that would require picking up a fire extinguisher from indoors. But it turns out it doesn't, after all. There's an outdoor one, and that will do just nicely for our purposes. Would still be nice to be able to find that last bloody tablet or whatever, just for the future. But I'm just not seeing it anywhere, so... Guess we're doing this the noisy way. Good. Is anyone watching us? Doesn't look like it. Safe cracked.
Command! Hello?
Now, there's going to be guards roaming about, wondering what all that ruckus was.
Blow it up.
Stuff is in fact blowing up. There's a guard over there. But nobody over here seems to care all that much, so... Let's see. Hello! Down he goes. It's possible someone will come over to have a look at that. But that's fine, because we're over here now. Now. Okay, that guy's not really paying much attention.
Looks like the garden is all clear. Over.
Do you want to come indoors there, friend? Yeah, he does. Now. Did he just...
Please step back, people. Let the pros do their thing. Where'd I go?
I think that guy just flew out of that window. So that's going to cause a bit of chaos.
Someone's making trouble.
I thought shooting him indoors might be nice. But no. And now he's come over here because of that previous shot that was fired. But now he's buggering off again.
Command, I have arrived at the location and it looks clear. Over.
Yeah, it looks clear. Clear of your brains.
It just takes one rotten apple. And seriously, this guy? Wow.
And there we go. That's our 3 targets snipped. We should wait for the ruckus to die down before we rob the safe, though. But we do also want to pop down and see our supplier. And we are going to have to go indoors for this, unfortunately.
Calm down. What's going on?
So, let's come down here. And this door is keycarded, yes. Does that mean that we can't snipe it? Probably not. Good. So yeah, we'll just have to close our eyes as we stumble through here. Try not to see all those awful walls that are oppressing us on every side. Try not to think about that ceiling that's closing in above our head. And let's see, past old flat cap. Those 2 guys there are pretty chill with us. Good. And supplier.
Hi. You need anything? I'm sure I've got it.
Don't talk to us. Just sell us things so we can get back out into the skies. What do we want? The fact that we are not a guard limits our options somewhat, but we'll buy that posh knife.
Come back if you need more.
And then we'll run to the nearest exit. Not level exit, of course, just general exit. And breathe. We're back in the open. Now it's simply a case of grabbing that safe and being on our merry way. I mean, that's the thing with Bangkok. It's like, it's an horrible map because all the targets roam around in the public areas out front. But it's a good map for outdoors only because of the same reason. All the targets just roam around outdoors. And just like that, safe is robbed and we're really close to an exit. Nice stroll across the beach back to base. Well done, Mr. 47. What's our prize? It's a good rubber ducky. We like the red one. And now, where to? I'm thinking Haven could be a good showdown. It generally is a good showdown. Dubai could be tricky. There are very limited numbers of outdoor spaces in Dubai. Melee weapon kill. Kill only targets. Headshot kills only. So if we want to get a melee weapon kill, we're going to have to lure our target outdoors. And that could be tricky because that limits us to a couple of balconies. And that's about it. We'll probably bring a grape knife as our melee weapon unless we've got anything up here that specifies otherwise. Open safe explosive. Yeah, I'm going to say opening safes indoors, fine. But shooting or blowing up safes indoors, not fine. Because that's doing something indoors that could harm a target. Pacified baseball bat. That basically means we're going all or nothing on getting our target outdoors. And then we'd have to pacify them. And then we'd have to melee weapon them. Time to get disguises. I don't know if any of these are really good for us. We're going to be doing a lot of climbing, so we don't want a baseball bat on our back. The safe is going to be indoors, so we're not going to be able to explode it. So I think we're going to have to go time to get disguises. And yeah, actually, if we bring a grape knife, then we don't need to lure our target outdoors. We just need to throw it from outdoors because we're not worried about picking it up and taking it back to base with us. So let's grab a grape knife. It's also the best because in case you didn't know, it's not considered an illegal weapon to carry. And it's also not even considered illegal to throw. So you can get away with a lot with a grape knife. And we're going to try and do that right now in Dubai. Alright, so this is going to be awful. Who's our target? Ugh, someone who's downstairs. No, is this bit outside? It is, actually. Good. Our target, though, is not here. They are down below. Is this outside? I think so. Yeah.
Looking good today, sir.
Oh, and there's our target. So, yeah, this is like open air, isn't it? Good. So there's our target. She's the one who chats. Are we still outside or are we indoors now?
So many.
That's kind of you. But I have a meeting.
With who can I go? No.
Let's see. I'm not sure where the indoors begins here. If it's transparent above our head, then it's fine, I guess.
Oh, don't worry about
Otherwise, it's less so. But then, how do we get our target? Because this bit,
Call you when I get back to
this is like the limits of indoor-outdoor. Where is our target going? 'Cause, I mean, I guess we could just chuck the knife from here, maybe? It's a long shot. No.
Get me a drink. Stroll. Yes.
Did she go up those stairs? And if she does,
But there is more.
what are our options?
Understood?
Will you finish your chat?
Good.
I've got a bloody challenge to complete.
Things to take care of.
I feel like we might have to allow ourselves one failure on this challenge,
What a cow.
as we did last time. Now, is she coming up this way? She is, but... So she's going to go through there. There's a guard, and then she's going to go through there. So yeah, we're kind of screwed.
You look very well today.
Okay. I'm good for time.
Yeah. Oops, put the gun away. Yeah, we're going to take this as our failure. We are unable to complete this level without going indoors. So, yeah. Not a problem though. We'll find our way to an exit. Let's see. Let's get back into the sky. Thank you. I think we can now escape the map without going back indoors again if we're lucky. We just need to stroll over here somewhere. No. Yeah. We'll just wait for that man to look away. It's probably not the end of the world if he spots us. But what's the harm in being careful? There he goes. Has 3 puffs on his cigar. That's more than enough. Now we can climb over here, can't we? Good. Yeah. So now we can remain outdoors until we get to an exit. We'll just hand over hand. It's just occurred to me that Marrakesh might not actually be the cakewalk I was thinking of. I'm so used to it not being Gilded Cage that I'd not considered the fact that we might end up with targets inside the bloody embassy. But you know what? That sounds like a problem for future Muse to worry about. For now, we've burned through our one failure, but we did get a perfect run, so things could be worse. And join me next time when future Muse becomes present Muse and has to deal with that bloody Marrakesh issue. Until then, thanks for watching, friends.